Think fuel additives are a scam? Think again. Right now, while you're watching this, millions of engines are quietly being damaged from the inside out, thanks to neglected fuel systems, carbon buildup, and ethanol-blended gas. But here's the shocker. Some cheap, over-the-counter fuel additives can actually reverse that damage, improve your fuel economy, and even extend your engine's life. The kicker? Most mechanics won't tell you which ones work, because if they did, you'd stop coming in for costly repairs. Stick around, because in this video we're diving deep into 10 fuel additives that actually work, and the science behind them will blow your mind. Number 6 could save you over $1,000 in injector replacements alone. 1. Fuel injector cleaners, the silent lifesaver. Let's start with one of the most widely used, but often misunderstood additives, fuel injector cleaners. Over time, your fuel injectors get gummed up with carbon and varnish, leading to poor spray patterns, rough idling, reduced fuel economy, and sluggish throttle response. Additives like Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus or Royal Purple Max Clean use powerful detergents, such as PEA, polyethylamine, to dissolve those deposits and restore proper fuel flow. These aren't marketing gimmicks. PEA-based formulas are backed by lab results and are even used by automakers during emissions testing. When used every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, a quality injector cleaner can restore lost performance and prevent expensive repairs. Mechanics often use the same ingredients, but charge $100 plus for a professional fuel system cleaning. Why not spend $12 and do it yourself? 2. Octane boosters. More than just power. Octane boosters are usually marketed to performance junkies, but their benefits go beyond horsepower. If you drive a high-compression engine or a turbocharged car that requires premium fuel, an octane booster can prevent knock, protect your pistons, and improve combustion. Modern cars adjust timing based on knock sensors. If you're using fuel below the recommended octane, your ECU pulls timing to avoid damage, robbing you of power and efficiency. A legit octane booster, like Lucas Oil Octane Booster or Boostane, can raise your fuel's octane level by 2 to 4 points and keep your engine running at peak performance. For older cars experiencing detonation or pinging, this additive can be a lifesaver. 3. Ethanol stabilizers, ethanol's dirty secret. Nearly every gas station in America sells E10 gas, 10% ethanol blended with 90% gasoline. But here's what no one tells you. Ethanol attracts water. That means over time, especially if your car sits for long periods, moisture builds up in the tank, causing phase separation, rust, and fuel system corrosion. That's where ethanol stabilizers come in. Products like TA-Bil 360 or Seafoam motor treatment prevent water absorption, maintain fuel integrity, and protect injectors and fuel pumps. This is critical for classic cars, motorcycles, boats, or any vehicle you don't drive daily. Mechanics know this, especially marine mechanics, but rarely share it unless you ask. 4. Upper cylinder lubricants. Forgotten, but powerful. Modern fuels are missing something critical: lubricity. Back in the day, leaded gasoline provided upper cylinder lubrication. Now, nothing. Over time, that leads to dry, metal-on-metal contact between valves, valve seats, and pistons, especially in high-mileage engines. Enter upper cylinder lubricants like Marvel Mystery Oil or Lucas Upper Cylinder Lubricant. These additives blend with your fuel to reduce friction, restore compression, and quiet down noisy lifters. For engines over 100,000 miles, it's like giving your engine arthritis relief. If your car ticks, pings, or has lost power, it's worth trying this before tearing the engine apart. 5. Fuel system anti-gel. Diesel owners, pay attention. If you drive a diesel in a cold climate, you already know. Diesel gels when temperatures drop, and when it gels, your engine stops, period. Diesel fuel anti-gels like Howe's Diesel Treat or Power Service Diesel Clean are essential for winter driving. They lower the pour point of diesel fuel, keep injectors clean, and prevent filter plugging. If your diesel won't start on a cold morning, it could cost you hundreds in towing or fuel system repair. Every trucker carries this in their toolbox. If you don't, you're gambling with a frozen fuel line. 6. Combustion chamber cleaners blast away carbon. Here's something even most gearheads overlook. Carbon buildup in your combustion chambers. This can lead to pre-ignition, engine knock, reduced fuel efficiency, and loss of power. And modern direct injection engines are especially vulnerable since fuel bypasses intake valves and doesn't wash away carbon. Combustion chamber cleaners like CRC GDIIVD intake valve and turbo cleaner or seafoam spray are designed to clean these hard-to-reach areas. You spray it directly into the throttle body while the engine is running, and the formula does the rest. The results: restored throttle response, smoother idling, and in some cases, improved MPG. Mechanics often charge $100 to $300 for this as part of a carbon cleaning service. Doing it yourself with a $15 can and 10 minutes of time is an easy win. 7. Complete fuel system cleaners. One bottle to do it all. Why buy 5 separate additives when you can get an all-in-one solution? Complete fuel system cleaners like BG44K or Redline Complete S I1 go beyond just injectors. They target the entire fuel system, from the tank, through the fuel lines, into the injectors, intake valves, and combustion chambers. BG44K, for instance, is used by professional shops and endorsed by many dealership service departments. It contains a high concentration of PEA, and its performance is so well documented that some mechanics use it as a last-ditch effort before recommending costly part replacements. Use it every 10,000 miles, and you might avoid ever needing a new injector or EGR valve. 8. Fuel tank rust inhibitors. The hidden danger in old cars. If you drive a classic car or anything that sat for more than a few months, you could be dealing with rust in your fuel tank and not even know it. Rust flakes can clog your fuel filter, jam your injectors, and even eat through metal fuel lines. That's why fuel tank rust inhibitors exist. Products like POR 15 Fuel Preservative or KBS Coatings, Tank Sealer, can prevent and treat rust in the tank. While sealing a tank might be a more involved process, adding a rust-inhibiting fuel stabilizer can help prevent future corrosion and keep your system flowing clean. Most mechanics will replace a tank or pump, but won't talk about prevention. Now you know better. 9. Lubricity additives, especially for ULSD diesel owners. Ultra-low sulfur diesel, ULSD, is cleaner for emissions, but it's also stripped of critical lubricants. Older diesel injection systems, especially those with rotary pumps, aren't designed for such dry fuel. That's where lubricity additives come in. Brands like Stanodyne Performance Formula or OptiLube X PD restore lost lubrication and protect high-pressure components like injectors and pumps. These additives are often endorsed in diesel forms and even referenced by truck manufacturers in technical bulletins. Skip it, and you might be looking at a $2,000 injector replacement. Add a few ounces every tank, and your diesel could last 500,000 miles. 10. MPG boosters. Real gains or snake oil? Let's address the elephant in the room, MPG booster additives. There are hundreds of products that claim to increase fuel economy by 20%. Most are trash, but a few, very few, have independent lab tests backing them. One such product is Hotshot's Secret Gasoline Extreme. In fleet tests, it showed modest but measurable gains in MPG, usually 3% to 6%, by cleaning the entire fuel and combustion system and improving atomization. Is it a miracle? Number. But if you combine this with good driving habits and clean filters, you might squeeze out an extra 15 to 25 miles per tank. And over a year, that adds up. Final tips before using fuel additives. Before you grab any additive off the shelf, consider these golden rules. Know your engine type. Not all additives are safe for direct injection, turbocharged, or diesel engines. Check the active ingredients. Look for products with PEA, not just vague cleaners. Follow dosage exactly. More is not always better. Overdosing can damage O2 sensors or clog injectors. Track results. Use a fuel economy app or keep a log. If something works, you'll see a difference. Why mechanics don't always recommend these. You're probably wondering, if these additives are so effective, why don't mechanics tell everyone about them? Simple. Most drivers don't ask, and many shops profit more from reactive repairs than preventive.